Nope, we don't touch. All right, and we're live. Hello, hello. Hi, YouTube. I am Dan Salem, live on the BuzzChomp YouTube channel. We've got breaking NFL news to discuss. Oh my gosh, this is an NFL live stream. I'm live, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern. This is Tuesday. The NFL season officially starts tomorrow at noon. We are going to go live on Facebook so we can dive right into the headlines. Okay, we're done. And then we hit start live. 3, 2, 1. Hello, Facebook. I'm Dan Salem, live. This is my daughter, Maddie. Hi, Maddie. Say hi to the world. Hi, world. That's a great story. Anyways, we're here to talk breaking NFL news because there is an awful lot of it. I am Dan Salem, live over on Facebook at the Dan Salem, live on Stop It, Maddie, BuzzChomp's YouTube channel. No, please don't hit that. Live on the BuzzChomp YouTube channel, and always at the Dan Salem on Twitter, dansalem.com, buzzchomp.com. All right, little lady, I'm going to have to put you down if you're not going to stop grabbing at stuff. Okay, there we go. There we go. Breaking news has gotta be discussed. Okay, so first things first, the quarterbacks. Yeah, I know. Give me a high five. Case Keenum agreed to join the Broncos. Kirk Cousins agreed to join the Vikings. The Jets appear to be bringing back Josh McCown. Maddie, please don't go into Mama's wallet. Okay. There was news that they might be signing Teddy Bridgewater. I'm crossing my fingers on this. Let Petty and Matt Hackenberg go. Bring in McCown and Bridgewater and draft a rookie. But I don't know. I guess you don't really need McCown and Bridgewater. McCown's great. He's a great teacher. He's a great veteran. I just like the potential of Teddy Bridgewater. I really like that potential. Jordy Nelson released by the Packers seems like a surprising move to me. They are signing Jimmy Graham, which is an excellent move. My Jets are signing the top cornerback in the free agency, Tremaine Johnson, formerly of the LA Rams. He's going to sign the deal when the league year begins on Wednesday. And my Jets are also bringing in running back Isaiah Crowell, formerly of the Browns, who's young and has had really some solid success. Those are my Jets picks. All right, so there's a lot more news here, a lot more breaking news. I think I'll go through it really quickly before I dive into my thoughts on the matter. Yeah, Maddie, bang it out real good. All right, so I'm scrolling to the bottom. Oh, for those of you on YouTube, I'm dropping the link in the chat. Jarvis Landry from the Dolphins, wide receiver, and paired him with Tyrod Taylor. I was a big Tyrod Taylor fan. I always thought he got a bad rap in Buffalo. He did a pretty good job there. Him and Jarvis Landry are big time. It's going to make them competitive as they build for the future and bring in, which I would assume with the first or the fourth pick, they'll bring in the quarterback. I couldn't tell you if they will, who they're targeting, but Tyrod's a good 2-year, 3-year option, not like forever option. Buffalo also traded up in the mayhem, is now picking 12th. They swapped with the Bengals, who also added Adam Jones in there. Richard Sherman is joining the 49ers after being let go by the Seahawks. Matt Castle's a free agent. Aqib Talib is joining the Rams from the Broncos. Ryan Fitzpatrick is sticking with the Buccaneers. He will retire there as a Buccaneer. I like that story. DeMarco Murray is going to be available. The Rams also added Sam Shields, which, again, just bolsters more to their already powerful defense. I don't know if he really replaces the guy my Jets signed, but he fills the hole nonetheless. But these are just a plethora of moves, right? Are we right? Okay. So the Browns have Tyrod Taylor, which is a great sign. That was like the first QB of the fall. Then the Packers shipped DeShone Kizer off. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The Packers grabbed DeShone Kizer as a backup to Aaron Rodgers from the Browns, which they must have seen something in him. I didn't see a lot, but he's young. He's got potential to grow. He was on a really bad team, so you don't necessarily want to hold that against him, you know? Richard Sherman, yes, I said 49ers, which that's good because it's interdivisional. Like, he had a grudge, and now he's going to get to exercise it as a member of the 49ers, which is a burgeoning team. He can really be a veteran presence on that defense. He's won a Super Bowl. He's been to more than one. That's what San Francisco needs because they're moving young. They got a new quarterback who's not super. He's got experience in the league, but still, now they have that experience on the defense with Richard Sherman, who's got a few more great seasons left in him. Who else we got? Oh, yeah. Adrian Peterson's going to be released. I don't know if he's going to be forced to retire, if anyone will snatch him up for another year. Ndamukong Suh will be a free agent. He kind of fits into the category with Sheldon Richardson in my mind. Two extremely talented players that come with a lot of baggage. Now, Muhammad Wilkerson has significantly less baggage, in my opinion, than those two players. But he's still coming off a poor situation with the Jets in which the team and the player just did not get it along. I don't know who's going to pick up Suh. It would be foolish of the Jets to sign him because they basically let Wilkerson go for the reasons that they wouldn't want Suh. They traded Richardson because of the same reasons that would be a red flag for Suh. But all three players are going to be huge on their new teams. I'm trying to see if any of these are even worth talking about. Bengals, no, these are left tackles. Okay, so this deal stuck out to me. Allen Robinson to the Bears. He must really like the potential to work with a new young quarterback there in Mitchell Trubisky. Because yes, he's coming off like an entirely lost season, but he had a really good career going up until the injury. 3 years, $42 million. It's a nice, solid haul. I think that he could really be huge for that offense. And Case Keenum, like I mentioned, going to the Broncos. Okay. Denver wasn't very good last year. Yes, the quarterback play was a part of it, but they got other issues. Now, I think Keenum's a solid player. He could be a 2-year option. This means that Denver could still draft their rookie and then have him be the bridge quarterback, which is probably the way it's headed. I can't see him going more than 3 years there on a deal just because he had a good season. But Denver does not have as good of an offense or a defense as Minnesota. Keenum's going to have his work cut out for him. I was happy to hear him sign elsewhere, if only because I didn't really want my Jets to pursue him too hard. Jaguars bolster their offensive line, which is huge for Leonard Fournette and for Blake Bortles. 5-year deal guard Andrew Norwell. He's highest paid guard now. That's like that. Interesting, the Chiefs also adding weapons to their young quarterbacks arsenal. Sammy Watkins. I think whatever team he's on, he's got a lot to prove, and I'm really excited for his opportunity. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. I appreciate the help with my live stream. They also signed a linebacker, which is good because they need to stick with keep that defense strong. That was their strong suit the last couple seasons. Safety, defense. Interesting, Danny Woodhead has now been released by the Ravens. I wonder if he'll try to rekindle himself with the Patriots to end his career. Albert Wilson, wide receiver to the Dolphins. Doesn't mean a lot to me. Here was a big news, but everyone expected it. Drew Brees is staying with the Saints. That was pretty much a given. It was as much of a slam dunk as anything could possibly be in the NFL. He wanted to end his career there. The Saints wanted him to end his career there. He's getting a 2-year deal, $25 million a year, $27 guaranteed. But it's a 1-year deal basically because it's a team option for the second year. So if things don't go quite as they plan, or he gets hurt, or he just really drops off a cliff, and they have their rookie or new guy free agent ready, they can null the deal and save half the money. There's also a lot of cap money that's being deferred through this deal, which is great for New Orleans, so they can make themselves competitive. They had a great season in 2017. Great season. Hey, Maddie. And so I like this deal. Bring Drew Brees back, run at it for another shot, maybe 2 more shots, and hopefully you get over the hump, and maybe he can get 1 more Super Bowl on his resume. That'd be a coup, wouldn't it? Never would have thought that a year or so ago. Ooh, Haloti Ngata, hard to pronounce that name, joining the Eagles, defensive tackle. That's huge. They already had an incredible defense, and now they are bringing in Ngata. That's a big ad. Fills the hole most likely for Boo Allen. Is she okay? Mm-hmm. Tight end Trey Burton joining the Bears. Another weapon for Trubisky. He's loading up. I like this. The biggest by far news, Kirk Cousins will be a Minnesota Viking, barring unforeseen circumstances. A fully guaranteed $84 million contract over a mere 3 years. That's beautiful. Cousins definitely earned it. He played on 2 one-year deals and blew it out of the water. So he got himself a 3-year guaranteed contract, which is excellent. He's going to be very good for Minnesota. They were very close last season. They lost to the Super Bowl champions. Maddie, no. Sorry. Thank you. They lost to the eventual Super Bowl champions. It wasn't a close game, but they didn't have – they had a very good quarterback, Case Keenum. They did not have a quarterback that could win them a game, that could push them to that next level. We'll see if Cousins is that player because, honestly, the numbers are not in his favor. He's not good against winning teams. He's not good against playoff teams. But he's a very good quarterback. His teams have been 8-8, 9-7, 10-6. Maybe they even have a 10-6 team. Minnesota's got a great defense, and they have an excellent offense. Cousins can wield this baby. They will be double-digit wins next season, and that's what they wanted. They wanted to stick where they were, if not get better. If they can stick where they were and hopefully other teams fall away, then they rise up by consequence. We'll see what happens. It was the best spot for him to go, especially since he got a 3-year fully guaranteed contract. Minnesota's the closest to a Super Bowl than any of the teams that were competing for him. The Lions adding on to their defense. This deal was a bit of a head scratcher by Washington. Yes, they have they traded for Alex Smith, so they needed to get him some wide receiver weapons. But they signed former Seahawks receiver Paul Richardson to a 5-year deal, $40 million. Half of that's guaranteed. Yeah, you might be asking yourself, Paul who? Paul Richardson. Yes, he's been a very good player. But this just goes to show you that there are not a lot of wide receivers available in free agency this year because Paul Richardson would not normally covet such a price and be snatched up so quickly. Robinson, bless you, Maddie. That may have been a juicy one. Allen Robinson already was signed away. Sammy Watkins was signed away. So if you want a receiver and you need a receiver, Richardson was available. Good for you, man. Washington with Alex Smith is going to be a pretty damn good team. I don't know if they'll be better than they were with Kirk Cousins. But they won't be any worse. I like Washington next season. Sam Bradford is joining the Cardinals. He has been very good and then injured. So I hope he has a good time to find success in Arizona, but that is the worst team in the NFC West right now. Seattle's still decent. San Francisco's way on the up and up, and the LA Rams are on top. So Cardinals got their work cut out for them. I don't know. If David Johnson returns from injury and plays at the same level he was at before, then they're going to be a great team. And Sam Bradford's going to be lucky. Now, he had like one great game last year, and then he got hurt, and then he muddled around after that. So I don't know. But it's not a high-risk signing. It's a good signing. But again, I'm happy my Jets steered clear. I wanted the Jets to go after Cousins, but I wasn't sure I wanted the Jets to sign Cousins. Hey, Maddie. Be a good girl. No, Maddie. Maddie, no. No. This is how you know this is live. Thank you. Hi, I love you. I wasn't sure I wanted them to spend the money on Cousins. They had the most money to spend in free agency. They have a high draft pick. I really am a big fan of at least 2 of the 4 top quarterbacks in this draft. And the Jets are in prime position to draft one of them. We'll get into that closer to the big day. But I'm happy that they didn't break the bank on Cousins. And I'm also happy that he got what he earned. They didn't break the bank on anybody. If they're bringing back Josh McCown on a 1-year deal, that's a great, great job. Now, the reason this is good, and it's not like the Fitzpatrick situation, is because they brought Fitzpatrick back in July, and it ruined any chemistry he had with the offense. McCown's there now, and it'll be like he never left. That's excellent. I think he had a great season. I think he's a great big quarterback. He has a lot to teach to our new rookie, which I assume we're going to now draft. But Teddy Bridgewater, I think he could be a star again. I really do. So, Bradford to the Cardinals, which leaves the Jets in the driver's seat for whoever they want. Because the Buffalo Bills kind of need a quarterback, even though they're expected to draft one. Danny Amendola is leaving the Patriots to sign with the Dolphins. Talk about stabbing your team in the back. Boston fans, Patriots fans are never going to forgive him for joining one of their enemies. The Dolphins, ew. Ew, the Dolphins, ew. Ew. But honestly, he's won Super Bowls there. He was just in the Super Bowl last season. He can impart that wisdom to Miami, but more importantly, he will be living in Miami in a state with no income tax and probably making a lot more money than New England was willing to pay him. Good for you, dude. Near the end of your career, get your payday, get it tax-free, and you get to live in Miami. Wide receiver Marquez Lee is re-signing with the Jaguars. That's good. They needed to keep somebody around, and Lee was a solid player for them last season. I like that signing by Jacksonville, or re-signing, if you will. Another wide receiver, Taylor Gabriel, is joining the Bears. They're just adding to their offense, and they needed it because they had nobody last year. Sorry, not sorry. I really like the Jets adding Isaiah Crowell. He's shown flashes, and him and Bilal Powell, that's a nice tandem. And then I'm not like ditching on our second-year running back, who I'm blanking on his name now as I wanted to talk about him. They had a rookie last year who did a pretty good job. Obviously, if the Jets can get Saquon Barkley at 6 or trade up for him, they will, because he's like you can't pass on him. But they had a rookie last year who did well, but I'm not sure. I mean, they like a 3-man rotation, so right now they got 3. I don't know if they'll bring in any more. Crowell and Powell, which is going to be a mouthful for announcers this season. I really, really like as a 1-2 punch in the backfield. And then if McCown's the veteran who teaches our star rookie, that will make me happy. Dante Moncrief is going to join the Jaguars, wide receiver. This is good news for Jacksonville because they were so close last year. I really thought they were better than New England, even though they lost to New England. And with Robinson departing, they re-signed one of their guys, whose name is somewhere down the list here. Crap. They re-signed one of their guys, Marquez Lee. There we go. And now they're bringing in Moncrief. That's good. They need weapons for Bortles. He's a solid quarterback, but he needs star receivers to really, give him a little boop. Packers bringing in Jimmy Graham. This is interesting. Jimmy's got another year or 2 left in his career, most likely. He had a good season last year in Seattle. You wouldn't really have known it because the Seahawks were kind of just ho-humming. Now he's going to join the Packers and catch balls from Aaron Rodgers. Okay. So, would you rather Aaron Rodgers to Jimmy Graham or Tom Brady to Rob Gronkowski? Is Rob Gronkowski going to retire because of his concussion issues, or was that just kind of a load of crap? I don't know if that's even a question. You take Aaron Rodgers to Jimmy Graham every time because Aaron Rodgers is way better than Tom Brady on a game-by-game basis. And then Jimmy Graham and Gronk. I mean, Gronk is better. Gronk is better. But I think you take Rodgers to Graham and not Brady to Gronk. This is fun. I want to do this debate. Jonathan Stewart, formerly of the Carolina Panthers, running back, will be joining the Giants. Finally, the Giants add a running back worth talking about. They have had a terrible running game and a big hole to fill. Jonathan Stewart has the potential to really do good things on that offense, maybe relieve some weight off of Eli Manning's shoulders. He can't handle it. Now, Stewart had one of his worst seasons of his career behind one of the best offensive lines in the league last year in Carolina. The Giants had one of the worst offensive lines in the league last year. Stewart better gain some muscle and gain some speed this offseason, really devote himself to his exercise and workouts. Otherwise, it is going to be tough going in New York. They are going to rip you apart, Mr. Stewart. That media is merciless. That being said, I do like the signing because it's kind of a prove-it deal, and the Giants need somebody to give them a spark on offense. Malcolm Butler, formerly of the Patriots, formerly benched in the Super Bowl for unknown reasons, but who cares? He's going to join the Titans. That's good because Titans overachieved last year. They need help on defense desperately. They want to try to stick with it and make the playoffs again. Browns are going to sign a couple of linemen. That's good. They need that. John Brown to sign with the Ravens, wide receiver. That name doesn't mean a lot to me. And then I'm very excited because Trumaine Johnson, formerly of the Rams, cornerback, the top in the free agency, joining my Jets. The Jets have 2 star players at safety, second-year players, and now they're going to have a star at cornerback to go along with their star on the defensive line. Now they need to add another lineman, and they need someone that linebacker that can get to the quarterback. Shit.
Sorry.
I just yelled for dramatic effect. I don't think anything broke. Do you need help picking it up?
Nope.
Because I'm at my 22-minute mark. I'm just going to keep going here. I could just keep going. Apparently, I've already elapsed my time. That big clatter was my buzzer to tell me that the end of the live stream here, as I've probably spoken enough. The lid's over there. Everything went everywhere in my refrigerator. Time to sign off. All right. Well, I basically went through this whole list here and talked about everybody. Is there anybody new? Nope. Looks like Trumaine Johnson. I'm very excited about the Jets signing Trumaine Johnson. The NFL league year begins tomorrow officially, which means next Tuesday when I'm live again at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 Eastern, we are going to have so much to talk about because those were all the pre-league year signings. We're going to have the official signings. We're going to have the players that didn't like the terms and never signed the sheet, and these were just the initial rumors, but then they didn't follow through, so they're somewhere else. There's going to be a lot to talk about next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Now, that being said, it will be the week of my daughter's birthday celebration, and I will be heading to San Diego. So I may not be live on Tuesday. I may be live on Monday. For those of you that want to find out exactly when I will be live next, hit up my Facebook page at the Dan Salem because I'm always posting a preview of what I'm talking about live that evening. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I was live. I'm Dan Salem. I was live over on the BuzzChomp YouTube channel and over on Facebook at the Dan Salem. Always on Twitter at the Dan Salem. I will be back to talk more of this NFL free agency frenzy with more breaking news as soon as I get my chance. Most likely next week, but it is my daughter's first birthday, and that is a big deal. Thank you so much. Peace and good night.
It's not birthday next week.